Welcome to Manly Voices.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Manly Voices. I'm Evan, also known as Manly Ankles. I'm back again with Gabs.
And why are you still watching this? This game is clearly terrible.
Because everyone who watches this series is a masochist.
They must be. You must be. You keep putting me in these situations. First it's Doki, now it's this.
Well, they're just the ones I like. I'm a masochist.
I feel like I like to hurt, and then I like to hurt my friends.
So in case you haven't caught on, this is Danganronpa. So, we just watched Taka and Hifumi die. Hifumi left some dying words saying that it was Yasuhiro who killed him. Which makes us think it's Hiro, the fortune teller.
Yeah.
So Byakuya is all like, this is gonna be boring now. Well, we're gonna investigate anyway, so here we fucking go.
Okay, we'll do our best.
The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon.
The hammers.
That's it? Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before.
That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file would anyway.
Maybe.
There's something else that's bothering me. Something else has been missing for quite a while.
Are you talking about Kyoko?
Without a doubt, she had an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked.
Oh, but not for Taka.
Oh yeah. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice?
An accomplice? Whoa.
An accomplice?
What are you doing here?
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question.
Whoops. Oh.
What question? You're talking about accomplices, right?
Oh yeah, didn't we establish in the first trial that accomplices weren't allowed?
Well, they are allowed,
but they don't get to graduate.
Yeah, only the person who does the actual killing gets to graduate.
So if they both did it...
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear. If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but if one of them has no chance of profiting from it...
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Oh no.
So basically, you could be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing!
But if they, for example, maybe both dressed in robot costumes and each killed one person.
Yeah, is there a tie? Yeah, does there get to be a tie, or does it like
can
first
it be
come?
a joint murder?
Or is it like first come, first served? Like whoever
Because if
committed
one
the
kills
first
one
murder.
victim and another kills a different victim,
Yeah.
then what?
Yes, they have to kill each other to the death. Survivor gets to graduate.
Yeah, seriously.
Kill each other to the death. I want that to be noted that I said that.
Yeah. Kill each other to the death, Evan, 2019.
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Okay, let me take this moment, an opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action.
The true blackened? So just one person.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants!
So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right.
If that's true, then Kyoko, where are ya?
Shit like pops out behind the door.
Woo!
I'm right here.
Gosh. As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible.
But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information. You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. What? I'm offended!
You, when did you...
I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
He like pinches his cheeks with her scissors.
Yeah. Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl. Milk sack? Why do I gotta be a suspect? Well, I mean, you are a serial killer. So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time. I have an alibi, you know.
She's right about that.
Byakuya, are you eating?
You are too, Makoto. Don't play dumb with me.
Don't play dumb. Chew and swallow.
When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. Excuse me. Can you...
Yeah. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room.
It's like Genocide Jack's moving his mouth, but he's not actually talking.
Plus, Taka's body inside, I can't imagine. Anyway, she would have been able to move Hifumi nice.
It's just so funny to imagine like her choking on her own tongue for a moment there.
I just get stuck in the back of her throat. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everybody knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
Yeah, but that's why you would have used the mask, the Robo Justice.
And the hammers.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again. Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, Hina, do you? Sure, I'll be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
Aw.
Poor baby.
Then that's that. She's useless. Let's begin.
We've established. You heard her say it.
This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's gonna be as straightforward as it seems.
Oh,
Alright,
gosh.
so we got the Monokuma file.
Okay, now can we look at the mallets?
Yes.
There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone and powder. Wait, for some reason this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently?
Spotless hammer's been added to the truth bullets. Alright. Let's look at the bodies, I guess.
They laid it down a tarp for him, or was that rug already there?
Was it already there? I don't remember.
I don't know either.
Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body.
Okay, I was right.
Okay, so it wasn't that.
Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved.
Alright. And was this perhaps used to move it?
Used to move.
The body.
It's a dolly.
Mama. Oh my god,
It
gross.
doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it is used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use.
Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository.
Wow.
What's the explanation for that?
What do you think?
Repository dolly's been added to truth bullets.
Okay.
Okay, let's check the
Boomers.
Hifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor.
Let's use them for food.
Oh gosh!
I'm sorry.
And everything you need is in the equipment room.
Oh man. His really big body.
Oh my gosh. We've gone this whole game without Makoto making a comment about his weight.
Seriously.
I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? From the
God, he's like a planet!
from the nurse's office where he was discovered here to here, the repository.
Literally like 3 floors up.
Yeah, all the way from the first to the 3rd floor, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which is laying on the floor of the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. He's just so big! What is this feeling I'm getting? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body here in the nurse's office. The nurse's office versus right now. That's it! His glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood.
Oh, scheisse.
But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that, and why?
It looks so pixelated in the
Oh,
right
yeah.
side. Yeah.
Gotta love that.
All right. Is there anything else?
Any of these other fuckers have anything to say?
Let's talk to Byakuya.
Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died?
Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
Then there is no room to suspect anyone else.
Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume?
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see.
I mean, honestly, I hate Byakuya, but he's not wrong.
I mean, he is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But you, Makoto, you are the fool of the eons.
But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why did they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number 1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found.
Hold on. Perhaps... I see. So that's what this means.
Is everything okay?
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
Huh? What's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation. Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
Bye.
His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was?
Yeah, seriously. It's not like we're all in this together here.
Yeah. Alright, Sakura, what do you got?
There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. Would you like my help? Yes!
Yeah, let's look back on things.
Let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search.
And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared.
After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me.
According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock.
Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice, which is still a stupid name. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor and then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office.
What's wrong?
Based on Celeste's yes, we went back up to the 2nd floor, where we split up and began searching. Then right after that...
Celeste screamed. This time she had a pit.
It just like turns into a sheep.
It's just... You just hear this, like, super nasally just...
Also, like,
was that Celeste?
Also, like, every time we flash back to her weird scream, it's just like a different animal sound every time. Moo. That was really strange, even for you, Celeste. Celeste
Celeste screamed. This time she'd apparently seen a goat.
on the 3rd floor.
A goat on the 3rd floor? We can use it for cheese!
Oh, hell yeah! Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was rather intense goats just for you.
For something like you. This is how we stay sane in the face of despair, everyone.
Or not sane. You know, the argument could really be made that that's
Yeah.
not what we're doing. And then...
Is Hifumi a goat too? Huh?
What was that? No, but then it's just those actual goat screams where it's like, ah! Hifumi.
This is bad. Come on, we have to go save it, or else we're not gonna have any goat cheese to last us the winter. At that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celestina Hina.
And I went back to the nurse's office.
Meanwhile, you Byakuya.
Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office... That's just what's coming from his mouth as he dies. Oh no!
This is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play.
Matt. Jesus Christ.
I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others about the fresh catch of the day.
Okay, but
What?
can we talk about how Celeste and Hina both had to go to the bathroom?
It could be like, because Hina was feeling
Sick, and Celeste probably just like went in there to make sure she was okay.
I don't know, there's something to it.
Or maybe they both caught Makoto's chronic shitting disease.
You know, it was only a matter of time. But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Oh, so the announcement could have been for... No, because they heard that. Never mind.
well,
Unless 3 people found his body before they found Hifumi.
you know, you might have a point because all 3 of them were in the room when we entered,
Yeah,
so they could have found his body at the
because
same
Hifumi
time.
wasn't dead yet.
So we've already
Found out something important.
Okay. Because if it was just... Because who was in the room when they found him?
Byakuya, Sakura, and Toko. But Toko was unconscious. Because she saw
Yeah.
the blood and passed out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then because Makoto, Hina, and Celeste were around the same time they saw Hifumi,
So Hifumi wasn't dead yet.
I guess not.
Hifumi could have been faking it. Just saying, he's dramatic. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone.
It was gone. Then we remembered that we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. He would be a duck.
This time Taka's body had disappeared. So from there we began our search of both the missing bodies, and after some time... Am I boring you, Sakura?
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
The words of someone so puny mean little to me.
Celeste told us she found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
And then we rediscovered the 2 bodies that apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
Looking back, things have certainly been active. If you want to look back on the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
I will supply farm animal noises as necessary.
At your leisure.
Alright, let's talk to Hina.
Too soon?
Too soon. It was actually an actual slip of the tongue. So let's talk to Hina and then we'll call it an episode.
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something, It's about the repository.
Huh? What is it?
After Hifumi and Taka's body disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
As in, I just, like, was carried in her arms like bridal.
Oh, of course she was, bless. And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around.
Can you imagine Hina trying to lift Sakura like that?
I bet she could. I bet she's like me and she's like built densely
Yeah.
with her small body.
When we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside.
It was locked?
You mean like how it was locked when I came in here?
Yeah, don't act like you don't know that wasn't what happened.
Seriously. And we came in here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it and why is it unlocked now?
I wondered the same
Ooh,
thing. That's an original
Celeste.
thought I had.
Yeah, it's not something that Gab said in the last episode.
The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking there. Hide the door! But I'll probably
it's
have
locked.
to leave this area to figure it out. Alright.
Let's find Celeste.
Okay. There's only one way in and out of this room, through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone to the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... Not gonna finish my thought.
Yeah, I don't like completing my sentences.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. We'll find it next time on Manly Voices.
I can't believe I'm so sad about Taka.
And we'll just thrust right into the investigation. Too.
Not a good enough reason to use the word thrust.
Well, this is the first one that came into my head. So thank you everybody for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more. And also leave a comment on what other voice adventures you'd like us to do next. Until next time, bye everybody.
Bye!